Hello, everyone. Welcome to this webinar. So much appreciate those of you who showed up. We are talking about a very special topic today, one that is absolutely close to my heart, and it's Dr. Pillai, and I'm assuming he's close to your heart as well, since you're here or tuning in. One of the most powerful days of the entire year to connect with Dr. Pillai is his birthday. And as many of you know, his calendar birthday is February 1st. And we often have events that are hosted around his birthday. This year, however, he has instructed that he will give us darshan. He will present his divine form to us on his spiritual birthday, which happens to fall on February 3rd. So let me tell you a little bit about what that means. The spiritual birthday, and we all have one, is when our birth star is within the Tamil month or Vedic month that you were born. And typically it's usually the birth star closest to your actual birth date. So, but it sometimes could be a couple weeks away. So anyway, this year, Dr. Pillai's birth star birthday falls upon February 3rd in the US. And the significance of a spiritual birthday is that it is the energetic presence of your soul on that day. So your soul decided to come to the earth at a particular time, and astrologically, all of that gets mapped into your birth chart, and your birth star, the star that was present, the energy that was present on the day you came to earth, is the one that is mapped to you. Dr. Pillai puts a big significance on your birth star, your nakshatra, and how it affects you. We get, every month our birth star will come around, and we may have certain feelings or some, about that. But when it happens on the once a year time where you were actually born into that day, that is when we all have a heightened sense of power, of energy, a rebirthing, because our soul is impacted by this energy of the star day falling upon, close to when we were actually born. So that's for all of us. And this is actually why the rituals are always performed on your birth star times, for your birthday specifically. And so we all have that, right? We all got the significance of it. Now, when we map that to an enlightened master, it becomes even more profound. I studied with a teacher prior to Dr. Pillai, and he would say, it's not often that an enlightened master will make themselves available on their birthday, because that's a significant time for them. It is a powerful time. Their energy is heightened. And typically they'll go inward, right? Like they may go to meditate, use that energy for themselves. Dr. Pillai so graciously every year makes himself available to us, whether it's in person, if you've been to a birthday retreat in India, or virtually online. Now, unfortunately, the last year and this year, we're not able to go to India, but we are bringing India to you through the proxy means, through this wonderful technology that we have. So, as I mentioned, Dr. Pillai has agreed to grace us with his presence on his spiritual birthday, which is his heightened power time. That means, like, imagine, he's always powerful, right? He always has the energy of all of his lineage coming through him, the divine beings who are speaking to him that he channels. Now imagine that just being that much more effective, that much more abundant. This is when his birthday is. And there's really 2 times of the entire year where we really get that deep connection, the most deep connection, I should say, with Dr. Pillai, because of his nature of being a guru. One is Guru Purnima, which typically happens in July, and the other is his birthday. So twice a year, we really get this opportunity to connect with him as with the love and devotion and compassion that we have. So this is why I'm excited about it, because I just love this time of year. It also gives us an opportunity to give back to him, right? So he doesn't accept gifts. Don't send a gift. The only gifts he will receive is a donation to his charitable organizations, because that helps other people. Well, really, that's it. That's the only gift he receives. But this year, we're actually asking folks to give back to Dr. Pillai through your testimonials. We are going to create a whole page of miracle stories, dreams, anything that you've had and experienced. Maybe he's changed your life in some way. Write that down, create a video and send it to us. We're going to put instructions together. We'll put that out for you, but be thinking about it, because we have now until, let's say, February 1st to collect all of them. And that'll be our gift to Dr. Pillai. We're going to put them all on one page and we're going to send it to him, because he does love listening to and reading the testimonials, because it reaffirms to him that what he's giving to us is working, that we're using it. If anything, my time with Dr. Pillai, one of the most kind of disheartening times where I see him is where he feels like it doesn't work, like his teachings are not working or people aren't using them. And then, he's putting so much time and energy into the free teachings, the paid programs, all of that to help benefit us. His big creative video and send them to us, because we will be compiling them and giving them to him on his birthday. So that's our gift to Dr. Pillai. We will also be having a Tripura campaign for his birthday. Again, loving to give back in that way, and you'll hear more about that later too. So what else is going on in terms of the birthday, or how you can prepare for it? So as I mentioned, it's significant that his spiritual birthday is a time where he's going to make us available to him. And in fact, one of the things he says is, on my birthday, I will be born again in God. It is also an opportunity for you, he says. You can live life as you lived before it, or if you cooperate with me, this is his words, if you cooperate with me, then you will be born again too. So how do we cooperate with Dr. Pillai? We listen to his teachings. We act upon his teachings. We connect with him in our heart. The devotion, the love is what makes this work, right? He says that if you love unconditionally, you'll be enlightened. So this is our opportunity to cooperate with him and be born again too. Rebirth is like a karmic transformation where a new destiny can be aligned. It can be birthed. And Dr. Pillai has said this before with other birthdays, whether it be an archetype birthday, they're being born and we get to have them be born in us. So having our wonderful guru, whom we love, be born again within us is activating our God consciousness, because he's the symbol of God consciousness. The guru takes away the suffering, right? And our connection with him has him be able to make miracles for us. It's that miracle consciousness that can be transmitted through our connection, through our love of him, for him. So that's what this is about. And then this day, as I mentioned, is the most powerful time for him to be able to connect with the people who are following him, right? His students, us. If you've been to India before, you would know, like, this special time period is a time where he is truly activated. He was born in Rameshwaram, which is a sin-dissolving land. And he has said that he had to spend 18 years there in order for there to be instilled in his being, his physical and spiritual being, the ability to change karma and to remove karma and change destiny. That is his siddhi power. That's his power that he has. So he was born in this location. And so we always go there on India trips. We always go to Rameshwaram. We bathe in the wells to remove these sins, these sin dissolving wells. There's very important power spots there. A temple where Lord Rama came to dissolve his sins for killing the demon king Ravana, right? So he created the Shiva Lingam, and they said that the temple there symbolizes that. And so again, deep karma removal. There's a Nambu Nayaki temple where his mother was brought as an infant who was going to die. And the family was like, well, we've tried everything. The only hope we have now is to go into the jungle, find this Nambu Nayaki temple, which at the time was literally a jungle, and stay there until the child is healed. And Dr. Pillai's grandmother did that, brought his mother there, and she was miraculously healed by this goddess. Dr. Pillai tells this story, and then that's how his mother got her name. Her name was Nambu Lakshmi. So that's a temple that's in Rameshwaram. And then he has his family temple in Rameshwaram, which has a beautiful gift bestowing goddess Rakakshi, as well as a Karpasami that he installed. And we've been to those. And the reason I'm mentioning all of this in Rameshwaram is because this is Dr. Pillai's birthplace. It's his land. And one of the things we're going to do in the birthday journey that we're going to be taking, the virtual birthday journey that we'll be taking, is a guided kind of astral travel to Rameshwaram, to bathe in the wells, to be cleansed in the ocean where Rama was, to be inside of the temple with the Shiva Lingam that Rama created, to go to the Nambanayaki temple, to go to Babaji's family temple. All of these things that we'll be able to dissolve our own sins. And that's what Dr. Pillai, that's why he brings us to Rameshwaram every year. It's like the first place we always go. He's like, okay, you come to India, you go there first, you clean your karma, and then I can work with you. Then I can take you to these other locations where you gain more power, or you gain more blessings. So in this birthday journey that we're going to be taking, this virtual journey is that. We're going to be doing that first before we see Dr. Pillai. So let me tell you a little bit about the birthday experience that we put together for you. It's over the course of 2 days. So February 1st, Dr. Pillai's calendar birthday, and then February 3rd, his spiritual birthday. So on the 1st, we're going to be really doing preparations. So that's when you're going to take the astral travel journey to Rameshwaram to have the cleansing done. Mohini is going to be guiding this session. She has done this before, and it is incredible. She's going to have you make a list of the karmas you want to dissolve there. And then she's going to literally guide us there. And she is very powerful, and she will be bringing us there. Because all you need is your energy body, your astral body, right? And, to have that experience. So she'll be taking us to Rameshwaram, pulling us through this beautiful cleansing experience. We'll also be having a interactive fire lab with Geeta or Beth. Some of you have experienced her fire rituals. Dr. Pillai has asked her to do rituals for us because she can call in the divine. And she'll be having a fire lab specific for Dr. Pillai, right? Calling upon the different mantras for him, his Mula Mantra, the miracle mantra, whatever else he guides. So that'll be an opportunity for us to just be open to Dr. Pillai's blessings on this, the kind of the calendar birthday, February. These are both happening on February 1st. And so that'll help prepare us, because then on February 3rd is when the spiritual birthday happens. And before we get to Dr. Pillai, we're going to first have an avatar arti guided by Sucharita. Now, if you've ever been in Sucharita's avatar artis, you know that they are immense, and they're just over the top, right? She's got this big, beautiful statue of Dr. Pillai, all the flowers, the puja, the arti, showing the light. Dr. Pillai gave this technique to us several years ago and said, if you do this to me, to a picture, to a statue, I will become present for you. You can look into my eyes. You can ask me for blessings, for gifts, for miracles. My energy body will be with you. So you'll be learning how to do it, so you can do it at home. And you'll also be experiencing it by Sucharita performing it, and with the community in a group. And that's going to prepare us for Dr. Pillai's presence. Because when we have physical events, when we used to have physical events with Dr. Pillai, we would chant in the room before he came, right? Kind of clear out the energy and prepare for his arrival, right? You're preparing to see an enlightened being on his most powerful day of the whole year. What more could you possibly want, right? The avatar arti, this is being present to his glory. And then he'll arrive. He'll arrive and give us darshan, energy transmission, through his light, through his eyes, through his hands, perhaps, his physical body and presence, through his speech, all of the ways that he can transmit. This is a darshan with your guru on his day. And he mentioned that he will be teaching about the 5th dimension, to be able to move back and forth in time. He says, accessing the 5th dimension, going back and forth in time. Now, 5th dimension is known to be the now. So we'll have some very special teachings as well as just blessings in Darshan with Dr. Pillai on his powerful day, his personal power time. And then that evening in the US, we'll have a fire lab dedicated to Dr. Pillai, led by Priest Parmaj. And the reasons it's in the evening is because it'll be the morning in India, and that is when it is that particular ritual is supposed to be performed. It is Ayusha. It is it's called an Ayush fire lab or Homa. It is for the health, longevity, prosperity. It's also for miraculous consciousness, since we will be tuning into Dr. Pillai. So this whole day is dedicated to him. You have the morning, the preparations, you have his presence, and then we have the fire lab in the evening to bring it all together. And it's what we put together for these 2 days for Dr. Pillai, and that we hope that you enjoy it, and that we hope that you join us. If you want to know more, you can click the link below the video where it'll say it'll show you the full page of exactly what will be happening and when. I ran through most of it, but you have the timings there. And then there's a couple different options for you to participate. So there's the fundamental level, which is the spiritual birthday. So you'll receive Dr. Pillai on February 3rd, and then post-birthday teaching calls. We like to do those so that you can kind of incorporate whatever he gave that day into some additional sessions and be supported by the Pillai Center teachers. So that is the fundamental level. And then we have the premier level, and that includes everything that I mentioned. So the spiritual birthday, the avatar RT, the fire labs, the Rameshwaram astral travel, all of that is included in, that's kind of the 2-day ceremony. That's included in the premier level. And then in the all-inclusive level, we have everything that was just mentioned, plus the power spot rituals. So every year what we do is we put together rituals that get performed in India that are in accordance with the kind of connecting with Dr. Pillai. So for example, we'll go to temples that are really, that he has a deep connection with. The Adhikara temple, the Mukambika temple, which is in Kumkonam. We have an Ayur Devi, a Shanti fire lab with 4 different priests. I don't know if some of you might not know this, we have a life-size, like a huge, maybe bigger, it's probably bigger than life-size, full-size statue of Dr. Pillai. We'll be doing arti to it, a grand ceremony to this statue, which I think is really fantastic. We also will do archana and rituals to the Dattatreya statue, which many of you know is an avatar that Dr. Pillai has taken, that he is Dattatreya. There'll be rituals done at the temples that I mentioned in Rameshwaram. So Dr. Pillai's family temple, the Nambunayaki temple, the big Shiva temple. All of those that are kind of significant and close to Dr. Pillai's heart will be doing rituals there for him and for us. You'll have a coconut broken for you. There'll be a Haramba fire lab, which, as you know, the Haramba is for the kind of golden Ganesha. Let's see what else we have. Oh my gosh, there's like a bunch more. I won't go through all of them, but there's a lot of temples and a lot of rituals that will be being performed. So if you want all of them, that's the all-inclusive package. You'll join for that. So those are your 3 options for joining us for the paid programs for Dr. Pillai's birthday. Now, we also want to help us all prepare for Dr. Pillai's birthday. So if that's not in your budget, we are going to be hosting 5 preparatory sessions that will start on January 29th. So we'll have the 29th, 30th, 31st, February 1st, together in a free gathering, and February 2nd, all of this leading up to his spiritual birthday, the most powerful power time for him. So those will be on the viewing page. If you signed up, it'll be on that same page. It should be a link below this video as well. Or you might be watching this video from that page, but that information will be listed there and you'll be able to join that. So it's in a few weeks, so we'll be releasing that information shortly. So that is a bit about what we're doing to prepare for Dr. Pillai's birthday, and a bit about what's happening on the 2 days of his birthday. And then what you can be doing now, like getting started if you want to, is to play the Mula Mantra. It's on YouTube. And if you have a picture of Dr. Pillai, printing out the picture and showing light to it. It's as simple as that, just connecting with his eyes. I happen to have one back there that I had, actually one of them's from India, another one, just a little card that I framed. So just have a little pictures, show light, and make your prayer, make your heartfelt prayer. It doesn't have to be complicated. This is about a heart connection. You don't have to know things, right? It's just love. That is what happens. And that's, I think, the easiest way. The path of devotion can be challenging in terms of getting to the place of devotion, but the people who are devoted, that they can have accelerated miracles because of that. So that's what we're helping you to do and connect with. So let's see if there are any questions. Please post them now. In the meantime, I'll go over a couple of our timings. So the birthday starts on February 1st. All these these opportunities start on February 1st, but we also have an early bird that is happening now that will expire on June 16th. So in 1 week from now, I'm sorry, where am I? January 16th, 1 week from now, that is the early bird savings. So if you are wanting to take advantage of that, the best time to join would be now so that you receive those savings. If you can't, then you have until February 1st to join the program. There is a payment plan for the all-inclusive. If you are needing that, that's available as well. And if you have any other need, like financial need, you need a payment plan for another of the options, write to us. We're usually very accommodating. We don't want to keep you from Dr. Pillai, but we do need to have some sort of exchange in order to keep the lights on, in order to have it, and also for an energy exchange. A good story is that back in the day, before like payment was, in order to see the guru, he would make you wait or make you travel miles. And when you would come to him, you'd bring offerings. He would bring a lot of offerings. And that was not because he needed them necessarily, but he did. He needed to sustain himself, but because that was your offer, right? So we don't have that these days. So our offering now is the energetic exchange, is the monetary exchange in order for us to show up in front of him. And so if you can think of that kind of like a guru exchange in that way for payments for this particular type of program. So let me see if there's any questions. Right. People are asking about how to create testimonial videos. Okay, so we are going to send a instructions. We're gonna have a whole page with instructions, but basically what you would do is on your own channel, you would create a video. And you don't even have to have like a big channel where you have other videos. Just create you create a YouTube account and make a video and upload it. And you can even leave that unlisted if you would like, and then send that link to us and we'll put it on the page. Keep your testimonials as concise as possible. Big long stories, for 10 minutes, Dr. Pillai probably won't watch that. I'm just gonna warn you. He likes to get right into it. So your video should be as kind of as efficient as possible. For example, here's a great example of how to do it. So before I met Dr. Pillai, I had, trouble with my relationships. I was struggling. I was in a job I didn't like. Then I found him on YouTube. I started doing his mantras, his chanting. I joined a couple maybe community groups, and things started to change. And then what was after? I got a new job. My relationship has shifted. I'm happier now. I have more prosperity than I thought I ever would. Right? Like just the kind of the before, and then what was it that shift? Like what it was? Maybe you joined a program. Maybe you chanted a particular mantra, and then what happened after? That's a bit of the format of how you can make a video or a testimonial, and that really helps us to see what worked for you. How long should the video minutes be? Yeah, a couple minutes. Like I said, don't go too long, but say what you need to say. Yeah, someone's saying you can also create a video on Zoom. So like if you don't have a video recorder, you can open a Zoom, press record that, you download it, and then you have to upload it to YouTube. Can you talk about what people are asking how to create? Okay, got that. Any other questions? I think I answered the questions about the testimonials. And thank you for jumping on that and wanting to do that. It's very encouraging. Is Babaji coming out of silence for his birthday celebration? Yes. So he was asked to join this webinar, and he is maintaining his silence, which I think is a beautiful and powerful thing, because the more he is in the silence, the more energy he's giving us, right? He doesn't need to be here. So I'm here telling you about what we're going to do, but he will arrive on his spiritual birthday for this darshan, for this energy, and we're so grateful for that. And you know, the best gift we can give to him is to be present for that, because he really does like to see how many people are there and you know who's joining. So it does make a difference. And like I said, if you need payment plans that aren't on the website, just write to us. We're usually very accommodating in that way. Any other questions? What's the 4 group immersion calls about? Okay, so after Dr. Pillai gives his session, he'll be giving a darshan, he'll be giving some teachings, whatever divinely transpires on that moment in front of us is what will happen. And then we have 4 follow-up teaching calls, which will take what he created, and we usually will break it up over the course of 4 sessions so we can get a little bit more of a deep dive into particular topics that he touched upon. It'll also give us an opportunity to meditate together with the teaching, with the meditation that he gave that day. So it helps to incorporate the teachings into your everyday life, like into your practice. And at the very least, if you are, sometimes people are in a lot of different programs, it's hard to keep up. But if you join these follow-up calls, it's at least an opportunity to get together with your group 4 times post Dr. Pillai session and help to establish the meditation and the teaching a little bit more in you. Because a lot goes on when we're in the presence of the guru, right? We're just trying to hear what he says. We're trying to receive the energy, and most importantly, just receive the energy. And those follow-up calls help us to break down the teachings a bit more and help us all understand them a little better and re-engage with the meditation in group. Where do we go to see the information about signing up? So underneath the video, there should be a link. Let me just confirm. Yeah, so it says to know more about Dr. Pillai's birthday. You click on that link and you will get to it. I can post it right in the chat as well. There you go. Nancy, I just posted the link. Are we going to meditate together today? No, we're not, but we will. During those 5 preparatory sessions, there will be meditation chanting with Pillai Center teachers to prepare us for Dr. Pillai's birthday. So we're going to get there a little closer. In the meantime, as I mentioned, what you could be doing is printing out a picture, lighting a candle, and showing it to Dr. Pillai. That's the basics. If you can't print, then simply have it on your phone, right? Like just have the picture, his picture there where you can see him and show a light to that or to your computer, right? So that's a way to do that. And then you can listen to the Mula Mantra as well. All right, any questions? There's a question about Shrimberzi. For those of you who don't know, we are having a Shrimberzi manifestation journey, 21-day manifestation journey. You can find that on the Shrimberzi official YouTube channel. So go there. There's several videos that we've done so far. It started on January 1st. It's going to end on January 21st. So go to that channel and get yourself signed up for the 21-day Shrimberzi manifestation journey, and you'll learn all about what's coming for Shrimberzi this year, because we do have some wonderful things in store. So that person asked about an initiation. Yes, we'll be having new programs come out this year. Very exciting, but we'll handle that on that channel. Any other questions about Dr. Pillai's birthday? Anything that I've said so far today? All right. Okay, so I'll do a quick recap, give you another minute to post any questions if you like. Basically, bottom line is we're doing 5 preparatory sessions for Dr. Pillai's spiritual birthday. His spiritual birthday is the most powerful time of the year to connect with him. It's a spiritual birthday is powerful for everybody, right? But when it's the guru, it's a heightened time for him. And because we have a connection with him, that heightens our connection with him. So we don't want to miss that time period that happens. So we'll be having 5 preparatory sessions, which are absolutely free. They'll be hosted on Pillai Center Practice. Those are from January 29th through February 2nd. Then for the paid program, we'll be starting on February 1st with a fire lab for Dr. Pillai and all of us connecting together in his energy, in his divine grace. Then Mohini will guide us to Rameshwaram to cleanse our karma and prepare for Dr. Pillai's presence on February 3rd. And then on February 3rd, Sutrita will guide us through an avatar arti, helping us again to prepare and cleanse before seeing him. And then we'll receive his darshan on February 3rd. And then in the evening of February 3rd in the US, these are US timings, then Priest Paramaj will host a fire lab for Dr. Pillai's longevity and prosperity, and for all of us too, to be rebirthing our energy along with Dr. Pillai, rebirthing in God consciousness, and transmuting and transforming our karmas. So that's what we have in store. We're super excited about making these available to you. We hope that you join us. The early bird ends on January 16th, so in 1 week from today. So please, if you'd like to save that, to enjoy those savings, you can register now or within the week. If you have any questions, write to office@pillaicenter.com. If you have any requests for additional payment plans or anything like that, also write to us, and we hope to see you there. Just one last check. There's questions, and then we'll be ready to close. The question is, what will change in my life if I join the birthday program? I can't answer that, right? I can't answer specifically to what will change in your life, but anything could change in your life. The miracles of an avatar, the miracles of an enlightened being, the miracles of a true living master, a sadguru, which Dr. Pillai is extremely rare. It's extremely rare to come in contact with a living master, a sadguru like him. 1 in a million, and you are all here, right? We are all so blessed to have any opportunity to glance at him, to listen to him, to receive his wisdom, his energy transmissions. So the more our hearts are open to him, the more miracles can happen. The more miracles can happen. And this is why we want people to be sharing their miracles. I know every one of you who have been in chat and you have miracles. I know that you do. And that's why we want them to be shared for reasons like this, so that we can show the community this is what's possible. This is what's possible. I met Dr. Pillai 22 years ago, and my life is completely transformed in every area, right? So, and I'm not an ideal student. I've just been keeping going, right? But I love him, and I'm honored and grateful and in awe of having this precious being in my life, right? And so with a certain amount of openness and love is how he can work through us. So the more we can be open to him, the more we can trust and have faith in him, utter positivity, that's what he can do. I've seen him stop fires. There was this, I might have told the story before, but there was this person in New York, there was like row houses of fires happening. She, and not recommending this, but she stayed in her home, had a picture of Dr. Pillai, did a prayer, and the fire missed her house, like went around it. Like that type of thing can happen with utter faith. Like this woman had utter faith. She did not leave a house that might have been like burning down. Okay. So it's that level of faith that you bring to him and he will show up. And there's a saying, if you take one step towards the guru, they will take 1,000 steps towards you. This is our opportunity to take one step towards Dr. Pillai. Let him take 1,000 steps for us. Let him change our lives in whatever we want most. So to your question, what can he change in your life? What can't he change in your life? And what he can change is up to you, because you get to decide that. What is most important for you? Excuse me, is it your health? Is it your wealth? Is it your relationships? Is it your spiritual progress? What is the most important thing to you? And then how are you showing up with your faith? Because he can do it. That's not the problem. We're the problem. How much we show up with our faith is where the battle is. And these programs that we put together are to help us all step forward into our faith more and more, because he can do anything. And I've seen him do anything. I've seen him cure cancer. I've seen him take someone who is homeless and give them a professional life. I've seen him, make people politicians who were nothing. Like there's his city power, his ability is to change destinies. But he has to be able to change the destiny, or I should say, in order to change that destiny, that person has to be willing. And he's made videos about this too, like where he's tried to change people's karma, but they go back. He's changed it and they go back because we revert back to what's comfortable. So we have to be open to his miracles, and we have to be open to the shift of moving forward. We get very comfortable in our karma. We get very comfortable in what we should be doing or can't be doing, or excuse me. So it takes that level of our commitment to be able to move it forward. I had this happen to me. I was at a New Year event. He gave us a coconut. He had us roll it, and I was praying for something very specific. And afterwards, I was like, oh my God, that thing's gone. Oh my gosh. And then I got a little nervous because then I had to go, it was a retreat, and I had to go back to my life. And by going back to my life, I was going back to that karma. And I wasn't strong enough to uphold the karma that was removed. I went back into it. It was comfortable. And I saw it. I saw the whole thing play out. So I know that this is what happens. We have to be strong enough to move into that new karma without pulling it back into our life, out of comfort, out of safety, out of lack of faith. Okay. So I thank you for asking that question, and I hope that answers it for you. Here's someone saying, I'm seeing that chanting a lot can really affect the world around us too. It's amazing. 100%. What is chanting? Chanting is vibration. And the more we're doing it, we're affecting not just us, the room we're in, the town we're in. And the more of us actually get together, whether it's virtually, like when we're doing these chanting sessions, the more we do that, it magnifies that all together. And that's why Dr. Pillai wants us to get together in group and do meditations and do chanting. So it helps to 100% change the world. Like that's what we're doing. It's a wonderful byproduct that our lives also change, right? All right, what else we got here? Liberty says, it is a blessing to be here. My life has also changed completely since Babaji. This is the best gift ever. Sweet. Send us your testimonials. We want to hear them. We want to put them before Babaji. Thank you, Nancy. How do you become strong enough not to revert back when it attempts to pull you back? Well, what I've learned from that experience, because I watched it all unfold, was that I had to, instead of kind of fall back into what was, I had to look into what could be, right? So it was easy to take the karma back. You basically took your karma. I took my karma back. It's easy to do that because that's known, right? And everything in our comfort zone is known and it's easy. That's why we're there most of the times. But in order to move out of it, you have to be focusing on what's new, what's possible. So let's take a relationship for example. You're in a relationship, it's super comfortable, you've been in it for a long time, you got all of your things set up, right? Routines, maybe you have children, family, whatever that looks like, right? So maybe that's really comfortable, but you know karmically that's over. It's no longer serving you, it's not serving your highest good, you're spiritually not serving you, maybe it's financially not serving you, whatever it is. That's not serving you, and you know it, but it's comfortable and you're staying, and that's a karma. This is the karma. But in order to move into a new karma, and that could be, this could be a job, this could be a relationship, this could be health, right? I'm comfortable being a certain amount overweight, right? Like this is your comfort zone, this is your karma. And by the way, if you want to know what your karma is, look at your life, right? What's your bank account say? What's your relationship say? What is your, everything say? What does your job say? That's your karma. So now it's easy here. It's easy here. Dr. Pillai is going to empower us on his birthday. He's going to empower us on his birthday. He's going to give us a divine energy transmission that is miraculous. What we do with it is up to us. We got this. He's going to start breaking that up. He's going to be liquefying pretty much the karma. And then what we do with it after that is up to us. So for me, what I had to do was, in order to not go back to these, is to focus on what is new. So let's say it's a relationship, this is comfortable. What would the new relationship look like? What would it feel like? Or maybe just want to be alone. What would it feel like to be alone and kind of feel into my own power again, right? Or raise my children on my own? Or what would it look like my new career? Because this one's comfortable and I know how much I make, but what's possible? Maybe I can make a jump in my career. Maybe I don't make a jump in finances, but I make a happiness jump, right? Like now I really love what I'm doing. So it is taking a chance. Or my health, right? Like I'm comfortable over here being X number of pounds overweight. What if I were to do this and feel healthy and feel vibrant? It's looking to that, to answer your question. It's looking to what could be and getting excited about that and constantly putting your consciousness into it. Because you can't do that just once. One time is a fun exercise. Every day is what rewires your brain, your heart, to be creating that and to be able to let go of that old karma. So I hope that helps too. Did that help? Mommy, do your thing. Thank you for your question. Yeah, so this person's saying my karma is family and they are actively doing things to attempt to hold me back. They're people in our lives will do that inadvertently or on purpose because they're afraid to lose us. So maybe they have ill intentions, or maybe they don't. Maybe they just know you for who you are and want to keep you. So one thing to do in that case is to reassure the people that you love in your life, your family, that you're not going anywhere. You're just going to get better, and you're going to get better and improve, and it's going to help everyone. So to try to approach it from that perspective as well. Right. Okay, good. Thanks. Glad that was useful. There's a quick Alpha Omega says, I used to overcomplicate chanting and having faith in babies. Now I know that they listen to us and are always trying to help. Yeah. Yeah. I don't like to overcomplicate anything because then I just won't do it. I don't. So like just all you need to do is chant. It's okay. Right? Keep that alive. And that also, Dr. Pillai has said, you know, you're going to have these stupid thoughts. They're always going to come. But at least if you're chanting, you're offsetting them, right? So always be chanting, always be praying. And that will help offset the karma that we're constantly creating in our mind and our actions, our thoughts, right? Chanting is a really beautiful way to do that. So great. So I'm going to go ahead and conclude here. I did our little wrap up. Please like this video. It helps the algorithm of our channel to reach more people. Please help us out. Like the video. Subscribe to Pillai Center Practice so that you receive notifications and also help grow the channel. And this is where we will be hosting those 5 preparatory sessions. So you'll want to click the little bell that you'll get notified by YouTube when we go live. So another few things you can do to help kind of get aligned with what we're doing here at Pillai Center. It's a great honor to be with you here today. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your love for Dr. Pillai and your openness to this. And let's have a wonderful Pillai Center gathering for Dr. Pillai and really show him what he's helped us do. Create those videos, send them in. We'll send more information on how to. And we'll hope to see you then. And we'll have a beautiful page that we'll share with everybody on all the testimonials when they arrive. So big love. Thanks. Namaste to all of you. Remember, the early bird ends in 1 week, which is January 16th. So if you are going to register for the birthday 2-day retreat, we invite you to do that now. I'll talk to you soon. Namaste.